I'm Fan Brienne. I'm going to do an update since my last video about less than a week ago. The last time we spoke, we as in me and the 3 people that are watching this. Why is it so difficult for me to get into these videos? It's so awkward until I'm going. Okay, so the last video was right after my appointment with the plastic surgeon and picking a plastic surgeon and being able to commence surgery. So since then, I had a second appointment with the plastic surgeon, which was really awesome because I got to spend like a half an hour with him and we got to go over basically my million more questions that I had for him. I ask a billion and one questions, as you know. He was able to answer everything. He was really patient and kind and really knowledgeable. He even was knowledgeable about radiation side effects with implants and expanders in the skin and with radiation and nodes and percentages, which I thought was really interesting because even when I talked to my surgical oncologist and I asked him what kind of side effects that I might have with radiation, he said, oh, you'll have like what feels like a light sunburn. And I was like, no, that's not the entirety of what can happen and likely not everything. So I feel a lot better. I'm feeling really confident now that I have a good team, that I have a good surgical oncologist that's very good at his job, and now a good plastic surgeon. Also, in the midst of all of this, the doctor's office called me and said, okay, we've coordinated with the other office and we have a date and you're scheduled for the 21st. Today, just for reference, is February 11th, 2023. So we are T-minus 10 days now from surgery. And when I got this phone call and she said that, I got off the phone and immediately broke down. Because for the last 4 months, it's been like this really stressful, how is this going to get done? Who's going to do this? Is my insurance going to cover things? All the stress surrounding it was insurance related and doctor related and concern about getting the proper treatment, the proper surgeries and doing everything properly and the research and all of that. And then when I hung up the phone with her, it hit me like, wow, this is real now. Sorry. It's kind of like you go through this whole process of worrying about the how-to, and then you get to the it's actually happening. That I'll actually be losing my breasts. And even though I'm confident now in the surgeons that I have, it's still a major life change. It's a major surgery. This is not even the first surgery. It's one of many surgeries. It's just a lot hits you all at once that this is very real now and this is happening. And that's really hard to swallow, I guess. And then there's this like fear of how are the pathology results going to come back, and is this going to be it, or is there going to be a bunch more that's unexpected? So even though the second appointment with the plastic surgeon was great and everything, both offices now, the surgical oncologist office and the plastic surgeon's office, then throw all of these lists at me of pre-op stuff and preparing and all the things that now I have to get done that I have very little amount of time, and I did not expect for this to be as overwhelming. So yesterday I had an appointment with my primary care doctor, and he had to do several tests, and he has to approve other tests, like blood tests and x-rays and all of this stuff. And so I have many appointments, so that before my surgery I have to have at least 4 other doctor's appointments with all of this testing that needs to be done in order just to be cleared for surgery, in order for them to just say, okay, you're cool, you can have surgery, everything's good. And we think that your body can take it, because this surgery is going to last for an average of 5 to 6 hours if everything goes well, which I'm really hoping it does. And then, even though I've had a ton of medical problems in my life, and I've been in and out of doctor's offices and this whole ordeal all the time my whole life, I've never actually been admitted to the hospital and had to stay overnight. They've tried before, like when I had the severe kidney infection, they tried to make me stay, and I was like, no, I want to go home. I didn't want to stay there. And now I will be in the hospital for probably 1 to 3 days. So that should be fun, and I have no idea what that's going to be like. And they haven't even told me yet what time I'm supposed to be showing up. It's a lot coordinating, like, the 2 offices, and one office gives you like instructions for this is all the tests that we need to have done, and then I have to contact the other office and go and send this list to them and go, okay, this is what the other office has sent me. Do you need anything else, or is this all the stuff that you need? And thankfully, no, it's a lot, so I can't imagine what else they would need. But and I went to my primary care doctor, and I've been with my primary care doctor like a decade, and really I stay there with him because of his office manager, Siobhan. She's always taking care of me. She is like my angel. She's the reason that I got a good surgical oncologist in the first place. She pushed that through, and this doctor wasn't even in network, and she wrote a handwritten note to my insurance saying, no, you have to send her to this doctor. She's on everybody. If I'm having problems with another doctor's office, she's on top of it immediately. I can call her and go, I'm not getting results back, I'm not getting answers, and she'll go after them. In a nice way, but she's like on top of everything and everyone. If I need an appointment, she can get me in the next day. She has referrals approved in an hour. She's just been, for years, and especially now, a big part of my care and being taken care of. And I'm getting all emotional because I can see the flowers in the background, and she's the one that handed me those at my appointment yesterday, and she walked out with them, and I went, oh my God, and gave me this big hug and said, you're not alone. And I know you think that, like, well, yeah, that's how people in care positions should behave, but remember where I live. I'm in the middle of Los Angeles. Here, you're a number. You're on an assembly line. In general, people don't remember you personally. most people don't even do their jobs well half the time, or remember who you are, or she goes above and beyond and genuinely cares, not just about me, but about everyone. And she should really be a doctor and making massive amounts of money because she really has been the one that's taking care of me. And so yeah, I just kind of wanted to give a shout out to her. That she's been my guiding light for years and years and years, and didn't let me down with this. Okay, I'm going to do another video, and I'm going to go into detail about all of the pre-op stuff, the huge list of to-dos and not to-dos, and all the things before surgery, and how to prepare before surgery, the kind of testing that they need done and why, and so you can get an idea of what a nightmare this is gonna be. Definitely I'll be doing videos in, like, at the hospital, and after my surgery and all of that, and everybody should be really excited to watch me act like a total doofus when I'm high as a kite. Pain meds and anesthesia. So that'll be a good time. But yeah, I've got a million appointments. I have to prepare my whole apartment and set everything up and clean the whole thing, and there's just the amount of stuff that has to get done, and the groceries and the laundry and just having everything prepared for not being able to move for a really long time. Yep. 10 days. 10 days till double mastectomy. Crazy, right? Plastic surgeon showed me before and after photos, which gives me even more confidence because they're beautiful. As far as I can see, he does some beautiful work, and the questions he answered about details and techniques, which I can go over all of that in another time. And he's a really nice guy and really easygoing, so I'm kind of hoping that he will let me, if I ask him and tell him I'm doing this, that he'll let me record having my expanders filled. When I have my appointments to go in and have the actual expanders filled, I'm hoping that he'll let me record that. There's a possibility. I think that would be really cool for everybody to see. Gross, because they have to stick this giant needle in your breast to fill these things, but I'm sure that's something that would be cool to see. Okay, so anyway, I'm done blathering on for now. I'm just kind of, it's so weird. It's so weird. Okay, I'm done. Oh, and since I'm not used to doing all of this, I'm completely not used to going, oh, hit subscribe and the little bell for notifications and blah, blah, blah. I mean, do subscribe if you want to see more. But I also did learn through my own experience, too, that even the YouTube people channels that I'm subscribed to, that I have it set up for notifications, now all of a sudden YouTube is not sending notifications for new videos that go up. So that's a big bummer. So if you do subscribe and you do want to see every video that goes up, you kind of just have to log on once in a while and look at your subscription list and see if I have new videos up, because I don't know why YouTube would do that. I have no idea. It's like, what the hell is the subscribe button for then? It's so asinine. I don't understand. Okay, so toodaloos.